All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Coming this Sunday morning with a message. And this message is a good one, especially for me. It's a good one for me to put out. The topic is this is it. The topic is this is it. Whew. Mm, 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 mm. You guys, this is it. This is it. As I stroll through YouTube, or through, it wasn't even YouTube, it was the daily news that's on your laptop when you first cut on your laptop, and it's showing you all the things that's taking place in the United States of America and around the world. Mm, 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 mm. I can't help but believe only what the Ruach speaketh unto me every day. And I like to say to you all, this is it. This is it. Live your bestest life, as they call life, which I think it is a backwards word, which it still, to me, fits better backwards than it does frontwards. When I say live your bestest life, the word L-I-F-E, the word L-I-F-E backwards mean evil. Live your bestest evil, because that's really what people are doing. Even though you're hiding behind words, people, things that's going on in the world, people as an individual is hiding behind something or somebody. Oh, yes, they're hiding behind something or somebody. This is it. This is it. And every time I try, I tend to second guess myself. It's never the second guess, it's always my first. It's never the second, it's always my first. And it's almost like the spirit of the Holy Spirit in me always check me there. Always there to check me and say, see, it was your first tuition. It was your first thought, Deborah. It was your first sight. It was your first discernment. It was your first judgment. And I always back it out in the Ruach, which is the Holy Spirit, come right back and allow it to come a second time. Just to show me it was always like I saw it the first time. I forgot the word my daughter told me, shadow banding. My daughter explained to me, Mom, they're shadow banding you. Why? I can't explain it, but they are shadow banding you. And I believe they are. And it's okay. It's okay, because the way the Holy Spirit spoke to me, you don't need not one person, not one, to hear you in the flesh. The truth of righteous has already gone out to the wind. And there it will be carried. There it is. This is it, y'all. This is it. This message that I have today is a message long overdue, but yet on the timing, of the Father's will. I'm gonna go and do it this way. And I'm hoping you can hear me. Oh, the wrong way. See, I'm hoping you can hear me. Oh, so did I have it the wrong way? Yeah. Okay. So this is it. It ain't going to reverse or get anywhere near better. Better is not in this day. It's not getting better. Not in this day. Okay? We are in that day. It's not going to get better in that day. So what do, Deborah? We be what we supposed to be, not what we pretend to be, what we think we are, what we feel we are. We got too much flesh in the way of our spiritual purpose. We have entirely too much flesh in the way of our spiritual purpose. And for that reason, we are long way. Let me say we bag it out. People are a long ways from the light because your flesh is in the way. In the way. This is it. This is it. And like I said at the beginning, Sister Deborah always take the second. And the Holy Spirit wants me to understand that's not a good thing. Take your first. If you say it, believe it. If it comes out of your mouth and you say it, believe it. Don't let nothing on the outside switch what you said and you believe. Don't let nothing on the outside come in between your first thought, your first feeling, your first understanding of any and everything. Stick with the first. Don't wait for the second and the third. Don't wait for the first, the second, and the third. And I understand the Spirit teaching me that because it is so true. Every time, it never fails. It will come back to reveal what you said was more than 100. And then I'll be like, oh man, wow. You mean it was that potent? Yes. And just because people cannot and will not and shall not receive it, nor digest it. When you think of digesting it, watch this. Genesis chapter 3. Let me give you a little. When you think of that, you would wonder, what was it he kept saying to Adam of the fruit of the tree? He was telling him that he is not to take of. Let's see what he said in Genesis chapter. Let me get there. Let me get there. In Genesis chapter 2. And let me see. Let me get there. And I don't know what this is, my new study guide. Someone blessed me with some funds about a month and a half ago, and I took advantage of going to get me books and a new 2 new Bibles, which is a study guide. And I really appreciate the individual. What really is a blessing to me is when people come out of nowhere. They're not, you don't know them, you never heard of them. And just because they heard your message, one knew your message, they felt their heart felt a desire. You see, that's why I said people are really sick. People are deeper than sick. They messed up from the floor up. Who think they be on here all year long eating from the table and I ain't giving nothing. That's their spirit. I already know it. It's a wickedness to where some people can come out of nowhere. And does it happen? Every time. out of nowhere. And it just does something to me. I know it's a sign from the Father showing me that, see, Deborah, I send somebody that's not even subscribed to you, but just hear you one time and feel the need to, bam, here you go. You see? And I did. I bought the board, and all kind of things, nice things that the individual gave me a donation. But that has happened to me. Well, it happens like every 2 or 3 months where somebody out of nowhere said they enjoy my message here. What's with those people? See how the Father worked to where you get individual figure you ain't gonna make it without theirs, or if people really hold dear to their heart because they're giving you something and don't even understand when he measuring your heart and you got that type of heart because you giving a donation or you giving an offering. It's no gifts or no treasures put aside for you in the kingdom because your heart is not right about what you're giving. He said, cheerful giver. You're supposed to do it without even being moved by it, not even a second thought. You see? And people still haven't gripped it, So I said that. But I want to go back to my lesson here. And that is in Genesis chapter 2. And let's see where it's at. And verse, listen to how verse 16. Look at Genesis chapter 2 and verse 16. It says, and Yah commanded man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. You see? Eat. So we know that they have smeared, add, and took away. So we got to really grip this word eat. So let's go into Genesis chapter 3. And in Genesis chapter 3, you would see verse 22. In Genesis chapter 3, verse 22, it says, and Yah said, behold, the man is become as one of us to know. All that mean is they have the knowledge now, not just of good, because good came with them, but evil. Meaning now they have one or the other to be able to look at and dissect and walk in and talk in, okay, and be about. Watch this here. And now, lest he put forth his hand and take of the tree of eternal and eat and live forever. And eat and live forever. So when you hear me saying digest, don't be bent because I'm using the word digest. There's a purpose for that word digest to exist in this message that I'm speaking on. And the Father want you all to understand that where we are at today is this is it. And I feel kind of, when I say that, it reminds me of Michael Jackson because I get chills when I say it, because the world failed to realize, even though he sold out to the darkness, not because he came here to really play in the darkness, it's because his family sold him to darkness, and darkness sold himself, not sold himself, they took over. Okay. Not only did they take over the family, which they had to cross first to get to him, and it was easy to do that with his father. And it's going back to what I'm getting ready to talk about. This is it, y'all. This is it. This is it. I said to the Father, come on now, Father. Please, can it be this potent? Can it really be this potent, Father? Yeah. Yes. Yes. So where I'm going is in Genesis chapter 6, the day of Noah. I have taught this several times, and I know it went in one ear and out the next. But what I'm about to bring unto you is something that many of you all would hear, even come to this page and listen to, and it will bypass you, and you'll be the same person you were yesterday that you were today. You know why? Because nothing that rests in spirit and truth and in righteous, no light exists in you to just, to just understand this as food for the spirit, to realize that, hey, y'all, if she teaching this and she didn't reveal the two, this is it. That's what I said. Hey, I said, Father, this is it. This is it. And just thinking about Michael Jackson's situation, how he had to go. They set that up and he was fully aware that that was it. They allowed him to make that last video. And what he knew was that last video was going to make them much money. And it did. Because they make more money dead than they do alive. Did y'all know that? Oh, yes. And these Europeans that has been in this elite and this wicked and evil toward a melanated people, it's no end to it. It's no end. It is no end. You see, they don't feel we deserve anything. We're entitled to anything. And they feel that we only can receive their trash, what their leftovers. You know how many times I had to live with that mindset all the time? Why is it you giving me they leftovers, Father? Yeah, she said, Deborah. He said, Deborah, this is the consequences. Now we ain't saying of your action, but your forefathers' action. You see? But they don't feel they have to be held liable for their forefathers' action. They'll tell you, when I wasn't here, I didn't do it. Yes, you did. You carrying that same spirit. You people, many of you are carrying your ancestors' spirits, their ways, their addictions, their likes, their dislike, their attitude, their narcissism, their behavior. You're carrying it. You're living it. You're walking it and you're talking it. And you're going to die it. And you're going to go the same place they too. People are so when I opened my news this morning, it's this melanated man executed his wife because he was shooting at her son, which is his stepson, and said something about a baby was in the other room. But what when I saw that, I wasn't looking for it. But what got me is, this is it, ain't it, Father? They taking wrong and can't see it. They're liking darkness and evil and wicked in this sort of mess. That's why they continue to do it, y'all. This is it. This is what the earth has become, to the highest degree of this day being the worstest ever. But let me tell you the mystery. Oh, no, it ain't no mystery, Deborah. Oh, yes, it is. Don't do that. Go on and tell them. Here we are. I've spoke to you all too many times, and the Father says that I need to stop going to my second and my third understanding or thinking. Stick with the first. When you say it, stick with that, because the truth is in your first, Deborah. You see, I'm thinking, oh, and okay, I can really tell it in the second and in the third. He said, no, no, no. The real truth rests in your first. So here it is. I've covered Genesis chapter 6, telling people about the days of Noah. But what has happened is a carbon copy of what I've been teaching all of these years about Genesis chapter 6. Is it what they have taught you all, what you believed, what you lied about, how you were deceived, how you were manipulated, how you were trained to walk and talk and repeat it as they had taught it? And I'm like sitting over here like a stiff duck, trying to grip the fact that, wait a minute, I don't care what way they understand it. I don't care how they read it, how they perceive it, how they understand it, how they interpret it, how they have fed it to them, how they have repeated it. It's not what you all think. You all, you keep lying, even repeating the lie, making the lie, just spreading the lie for the liar. In Genesis chapter 1, in Genesis chapter 6, it speaks of how, what, not how, but what took place during the day of Noah. And the reason why I'm bringing it up to try to bring you all into the day of Noah versus today. And oh my goodness, Father, just like the day of Noah, people today have lied all about it. And he said, now I'm coming to, he gave me something to show me. See, he was always right. I'm human like you all are. Sometimes I second guess myself and I get a tail whooping every time. I know y'all don't know nothing about getting a tail whooping when you second guess what is been said to you. I second guessed because I hung on to my first thought, hung on to the second one. It shouldn't have been the second one and the third one. He said you should have just stuck with the first one. Even though the second one matched the first one, don't try to justify it. Even though the third one sound like the second one and the first one, he said stick with your first. Don't go try to get someone to see something, Deborah, they cannot see. Don't try to get someone to hear something they cannot hear. That's where I fall to the wayside, because I'm trying to get people to understand something that the Ruach HaKodesh ain't in them to give them the understanding of what I'm saying. So what I'm about to show you all, and I'm going to just put this out there. You remember how I talked to you all about the days of Noah is matching today? And his son, as the Yeshua HaMashiach came, he went telling us about how the end was going to be like the days of Noah. This whole world bypassed that whole idea. Everybody that reads the KJV, the 1611, the lost books, the found books, the Enoch book, every book they read leads them no place but lost. Until the Holy Spirit sealed in you, spirit and truth, with the light in your right hand. I don't care what book they lost, they took away, and you found. I don't care what Enoch, not E, is saying. I don't care what a 1611 is saying. I don't care what a King James is saying. The most important thing, what is that Holy Spirit saying to you? What is he teaching you? That's the first choice. He's telling me, stick with that. And what was my first choice? When he told me about the book of Genesis, chapter 6, you all read it and you have received it and accepted your way. The Father don't have no problem with that. Just because you receive it, you read it, and you comprehend it, you interpret it, you understand it your way, don't mean a rat's behind. There's only one way to it. And it's the way of the Spirit who knows all things. And if he ain't rooted down in you to break this thing inside and outside of you, you still lost with the cause and without, because you're running on yourself understanding. Now, in Genesis, it talks about at the beginning, and I have said it to people that have been on my page since I've been here. I have always explained to people, it's not what you're seeing. It's not what you're reading. And the reason why you can't comprehend what you're reading to be what I'm telling you is because you're reading it based on the way you were taught. And I explained to you all, when you really want to know what was in a mind of a creator that created the whole world and then ended within a blink of an eye, what would you do that for? What? Well, didn't you know they was going? Wait a minute, hold on. You just created it. You just ended. What's going on? Do you know now one of you could give a rat's behind? You could care less what took place in the days of Noah. So when the Messiah comes and he began to teach Yeshua HaMashiach with the both, begin to teach us that it's going to be the end day is going to be like the days of Noah. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Is anyone ready? No, they're not. Because everybody think they got the keys and the ticket to the eternal kingdom. And they're not even ready for the days of Noah that is already before them 100%. In Genesis chapter 6 and verse 1 and 2, when you miss 1 and 2 of Genesis chapter 6, when you miss 1 and 2 in Genesis chapter 6, when you miss 1 and 2 in Genesis chapter 6, you have missed the days of Noah. It is impossible for you to understand anything about the days of Noah if you miss Genesis 6, verse 1 and 2. Because that's the part that heavens wants you to know. That he decided for that purpose alone, what driven him, the creator himself, to build a world and end it within a blink of an eye. You see what I'm saying? So when you don't care about his feelings or his personality or he himself that created everything, you don't give a raps behind what it says because you just believe what somebody tell you. You don't care that the Messiah came and gave you the same thing, telling you your days at the end is going to be like the days of Noah when he ended the world. When I want to really know, Father, what was that day like? Okay, it's what you in today. You think they give a rat's behind? No. Tell me if that's not a double portion. He didn't show you back in the days of Noah, and here it is. Why he in the world. He didn't shown you in this day and time as if you can't see what's going on in the world. And you mean to tell me they can't connect, Deborah? They can't connect because there's nothing in front of their eyes. There's nothing in their thoughts. There's nothing in their ways, their doings, their action, but darkness. And this is why they can't grip nothing. Because this is all that's before them is darkness. They live darkness, they breathe darkness, they walk darkness, and they talk darkness. Everything before them is darkness. So this is what got me. I sprung out of my bed. I think it was like 12:30 last night. I sprung out of my bed. I said, no, this is it. That's what I said. This is it. In Genesis chapter 6, it reads, and it came to pass when the men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and their daughters were born unto them. Bam! If you miss that, that is the reason why he ended the world. That's it. That's it. But what happened? They taught you a lie. They let you meditate on what they call fallen angels. There's no such things as fallen angels in Genesis chapter 6. Those are not fallen angels. Those are individuals that came down in the flesh, men in the flesh, like I am in the flesh. I came down as a prophetess, a servant of the Most High Yah. And in Yah, I am one of the sons of Yah. Okay? Okay? So this is what these men were in verse 2. They lied. They kept y'all embedded in fallen angels and giants to where you never thought, well, wait a minute. But they said in every thought of a man was wicked and evil continually. You missed that. You see how the men did? You see how males done? Just like they did in the book of Genesis. Stole that woman's identity. And the world today still live under that power of stealing the way he created it. And they reversed it and looking you cockeyed in your eyes and you believe in them. Everything they say, they do, they speak, they talk, they walk, you take them at full force. And then they wondering why they're the way that they are and why the world is the way that it is. And men have no idea it's because of the rottenness in their hearts and the evil and the darkness and the wicked, the rest in them. What you mean, Deborah? The Father keep backing it up and laying it down. Hey, I will visit the iniquity of the fathers children, because he knew the fathers is the one that carry the children and mold the identity of the child. Where? In the flesh. He knows that. He already know that. But y'all want to run around here and make these men so innocent, and wants to make sure you got one in your bed. And don't even understand what you got living with you. Yeah, they might die with you, living with you. But ain't nobody worried about the other side. Ain't nobody. Oh, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Baby, it ain't gonna be no bridge for you to cross. You just gonna drop right in the hole. Okay? So when I see in Genesis 1 and Genesis 2, but I want you to hold firm to Genesis 1. I have not played, I know I didn't. I have said it over and over and over, you guys. This is why he ended the world. Genesis 1. Genesis chapter 6 and verse 1. You can't get nobody to really grip that and believe that. Because 99.9 of men ain't going to own up to it. But I want you to hear something. I'm going to go on and let you see it, but I just want you to hear it. I want you to hear this. And it hurts my heart because I look at this baby and I see him and I see, this is the thing about Sister Deborah. I really don't see color, but I see evil. And if evil is in a race of people, I'm going to call it out for what it is. Okay? I'm going to call it out for what it is. But when I see this young man, I hurt for him because he's telling something, he's saying something. And even though he's one of the ones that goes out here to fight this, he has no idea you can't win. You know, want me to tell y'all why he can't win? And his crew that's been doing this here for some time and then mapped it out, then figured it out, then nailed it out. And he's still emotional while he's saying it. You know, let me tell you why? Because he can't win. Why can't he win? Because people like you all have denied the truth. And when you deny the truth, all you have left is the lie to go on, to live on, to die on is the lie. And this is what's going on in the world today. You don't believe spirit and truth in the light. So I tell you what, I made sure I enlarge in hell for you. Okay? Not only that, the broad gate still got room for you. How about that? So here in Genesis chapter 6, verse 1, I have taught this probably, I gave a good 40 to 50 messages on this. I keep telling people, him ending the world in Genesis had to do with what men were doing. I know it, and every last one of y'all want to lie because you want to make your man all that handsome. But when it's darkness and they are the seed of the serpent, they'll look good to you on the outside. And to where you will reject who they are on the inside, just to have them. Just to have them. So here in Genesis chapter 6, verse 1, it says, and it came to pass when the men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born unto them. I said, freeze, y'all. Where is mama? Where is that breastfeeding woman? Where is that nourisher? The one that take care of these daughters? Why is this verse talking about a man and his daughters? Where is his sons, first and foremost? Where's the sons of these men that's multiplying and having daughters? Didn't they have sons too? What's going on? See, this is the sort of thing. This is how when I'm being taught in the wilderness, it's teaching me to dig and get some eye opener sense in the spirit realm out of it. Those are the questions I will be in. Wait a minute, Father Yah, where's the sons? Father Yah, why is it saying daughters? Where's the mother? Wait a minute, Father. It sounds like they talking about babies. Father, yeah, what are they doing? You see what I'm saying? Something is going on. And no one in this world, no one on not now one of these platforms can tell you what I'm about to reveal to you. And I'm not revealing it. It was always there. I'm bringing out what you call spirit and truth with the light in my right hand, bringing the light out of darkness in these end days. And the sad part for me is when the Father has to tell me, stop taking your second and third, stick with your first. Because if you got it, you got it. You got it from the first, not the second and the third, Deborah. You knew it all the time. So that's how I get chastised. Because I'm trying to make a world see something that they'll never see. Trying to get a world to hear something that they never will hear. And in this case, I got to bust it wide open for what it is. So as I'm sitting here looking at this, and then I began to, and I don't think I made no more, probably 15 or 20 videos about how the men are in their family. A lot of you all kept looking at me, and will continue to look at me all cockeyed and stupid, because that's what you are. Because you can't grip nothing in the spirit nor in truth. You can't grip nothing in the light, so you'll continue to come on here and still be lost. Still can't comprehend everything I'm saying. And it's not meant for you to comprehend. Yes, you can be at the table. You can be eating the food. It don't mean nothing. Every time you go away, you're going to leave empty. You're going to come back, get some more, and leave empty to the point where you still ain't going to gain nothing for your eternal destiny. And you're still not going to be pleasing the Most High Yah playing the game. I'm at the table. Being at the table don't mean a rat's behind. Judas was at the table as well. Okay, so I want you all to highlight right now Genesis chapter 6 and verse 1. People, that is what took place that caused the heaven to end the world. Was who? Men. 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 And the wicked and evil of the father, he allowed to come down his bloodline. I will visit the iniquity of the father 3 to 4 generation, because there's not going to be an end, Deborah. And here's Sister Deborah looking at it for all it's worth. Where did it end up? In the end day. The day like no other. This is where we at. A day like no other. No one can't see it coming in. And guess what? They going to feel it going out. Oh, they going to feel it going out. They're going to feel it when they in the middle center of it. Now, the purpose of this is it. I have to make a run. So I have to get to my point. The purpose of this video is this is it. This is it, Deborah. I need you to stop taking your second and third to get along with people on this devil platform. It's still a devil platform. Still keep that in mind. Stop taking your second and third to reason with people. Stop taking your second and third to agree with people or to make people comfortable. You know, you a bold speaker. That's the way I created you. How many times have you come to me pleading with me to change the way you say things, the way you do things, the way you speak, the way your boldness ring? I'm not taking none of it away. It's needed. It's needed for a time as this. People wanting you to say things a certain way, to speak it, to do it, and keep their feelings intact, and make sure if you're going to say it this way, and don't say it this way. Don't say it this way. Sit your ugly tails down. You don't rule nothing but your bowels. So all this stuff about trying to think in such a time as this, the Father must be sending someone who's going to soothe your energy, massage your feelings and your ego. Your emotion, give them their emotion a massage, Deborah. And it hurt me. 12:30, jumped out the bed, got my phone, and I was so sad. I was sad, and that's all I could think about. This is it. This tells me how far things has totally 100 gotten out of order. But the Father knew that it would. Genesis chapter 6, he tell you, he in that world. Because it bothers me to know that you went through all that to create it, Father, just to end it. See how stupid I am? That's what I ask when I'm in the wilderness. You went to all that to create it just to end it? Couldn't you just end certain ones? No, what happened is, there were all of them. And I believe that, even to this very day. All it takes is one person can get in this live chat and change everybody in the live chat against Sister Deborah. Easily, with a blink of an eye. 3 years ago, they were bad at that. One person can say something that'll switch their whole mood swing. That's how people do the Most High. That's why they on the left side and he's on the right. He let their tail stay right where they at. Lost. So here in Genesis chapter 6, verse 1, going back to it, I've pleaded with you all. This was the reason why he ended the world. All of y'all run y'all monkey mouth thinking it's about fallen angels and giants. No, baby. You missed verse 1. And let's get to it. I don't know why. Okay, and with this here again, with this video, you can't very see the picture, but you can hear the emotions of the man in what he's saying. But he's saying it's his words that's powerful for me. See, this is what gives me that comfort. That see, you've been on it all the time. You taught on it all the time. But then the question come and the sadness come, but why is it no one want to accept truth, Father? Because this is it, Deborah. This is it. They believe the lie. They trust in the lie. They embrace the lie. They don't want to live in no other way. People, teach this is the truth. The day of Noah was because the men, men, on the earth was doing things they should not have been doing with their daughters. No one ever questioned, well, wait a minute, where's the sons? No one ever questioned, well, where's the mothers? Where's the grandmother? Where's Pawpaw? Because he was showing you where it rests. Where what rests? The evil that caused me to come down from the kingdom and in the world. It's because men were having daughters. He was showing you that the men were having daughters as to let you know it was their own seed they were doing it to. Now, the world has been in this situation for quite a while. But what the Father is wanting you all to understand, it's reaching the heavens. This is it. Here we go. Now, I'm not expecting you to judge this video or to measure this video because the video is not clear. But what I am looking for you to do is to just hear them out. And if you can hear it loud and clear, please give a thumbs up. If you can hear it loud and clear, that's really what it's about. So you can hear what these men are saying about what's going on today. Okay. One is terribly emotional, and I can feel it in my spirit that he's disturbed by it because guess why? When we tell you why he's just so disturbed and so emotional, because it ain't a rat's behind he can do about it. That's how bad and out of control it is. Anytime it reached the heaven, it's gone too far. It's been happening for so long. And I've even taught many of classes. And a lot of times people used to think Sister Deborah used to be hard on men. No, men, men, y'all, it ain't no good in them. I'm telling you, it's not what you, and and guess how they got away with it? Women. They always put this word good. Let me give you another example. I used to run around telling people, I got a good husband. I got a good husband. I got a good husband. Until one day, the Father met me where I was at. And he said, don't ever tell anyone that you got a good husband. Because tell me what make him good. And when the Father asked me what make my husband good, I didn't even have words. Guess what was making me saying he was good? Because he didn't do nothing. He didn't say anything. The Father chewed me out. He had to stop me from saying, I got a good husband. And he said to me, you need to stop saying that. You need to stop saying that. And then he asked me the question, what make him good? And guess what? I had no answer. And the answers that I had made me look like a straight up fool. Because there's no good in somebody that says nothing and does nothing. And what that was saying is him not saying anything and him not doing anything, you call that good. And this is why I had suffered all those years. From that time on, he made me see what that good husband that I call good, because he don't say nothing and he don't do nothing. Now, he told me, not today, but this way back, can you say he good? Now, tell me he good. And realize I had covered, hid, made everything look good. Even within my family, all around my children, everything was a front. And it was to make everybody okay. So I can cover or I can carry the hell, the wicked, the evil, and the heavy weight of every situation in that house. Every situation. And I'm so grateful for him to have shut me down and tell me. He did it like 7 to 8 years into the marriage. Shut up. Stop telling people he good. Ain't nothing good about that man. But first he didn't say it like that. He said, what is good? He wanted me to define it. Since you want to call him good, you say he is good. What is good? And then after constantly asking me what is good, then he turned around and said, what is good about him? I look stupid. And that's what's happening in the world and have been. And now, if you don't treat these men like they are good, when they know they stone cold evil, they out to kill you. They out to hurt you. To take you off this earth so you will never be seen, and their own children. It's because we live the lie, women. We made them something they never were. Even when they stole Eve's identity, here we still stand here acting like they just the A1 on the earth. And don't even understand they Satan's weakest link on the earth. And we running around trying to put them on pedestal because we say it's ours. This is my husband. He did. And then we'll turn around and say our wife, oh, she's a blessing. She's good. How is she good? What makes her good? First and foremost, what makes her good is she under your control. So she's good in being under your control. Is she following an unseen Yah? Do she hear from the Most High Yah? Do she teaches her children Yah? Is her light so shining? So those in her household, those around her, in her family, at her workplace, in her community, is her light shining? But what makes her so good, husband? Because she's doing everything good to please you. That's what make her good. So the question still says, we do the same thing with our children. We put those labels on our children, and women of the spirit knows how to discern each and every last one of their children. A real woman knows how to discern her household and still take care of them. Because if you don't know what you got, you don't know what you're getting. If you don't know what you have, you don't understand what you had. Because it's all sitting looking you eye to eye, and you're making it something that it is not. The only reason why the Father say try the spirit by the spirit, he's only speaking to the spiritual ones, not the dark ones. So I'm going to go on with my video because I'm going to have to. I'm going to step in this with my video, and I'm going to show y'all. I'm just going to show you the video, not for you to expound. Hey, not for you to expound on the video or for you to really get into the video. It's pretty much I want you to see the mood on the man in the video, and the video is kind of cloudy, but the most important thing, I want you to hear him.
And as I mentioned earlier, you think so much is done by all these groups and gangs, and yes, that does take place in a lot of areas, but man, it's overwhelming when you think how much is done by families, by friends, by those in the trusted circle. And especially when we talk about the fight against child exploitation and child sexual abuse, it's off the charts of what is being done in the families. And you know, it's the, I wouldn't say most disappointing, but maybe one of the most heartbreaking is, you know, the number one offender? Biological fathers. And it's not going to make your day, but I brought a math to it.
So listen, guys, I told you, it's going to track your soul. When you hear the number one offender on U.S. soil is biological father.
I think, wait a minute, we're going to get this right, y'all. I'm going to have to do this again. We're going to get this right. I don't know why this here phone, I don't care what side I turn it on, it keeps switching. Let's do that again, because I want y'all to hear what the men are saying. And what they're saying is today, y'all. So it lets you know we have already entered into The day
but
of Noah.
their own
Okay, let's get.
parent who had made that child is the very person who exploit them.
Now, why does it keep switching every time I turn it?
Sickest, evilest,
And it will not allow me
face of the earth.
to turn it away that you can see them. Wow. Let me do something right quick to my phone. I want to do this before I leave here. Okay, I turned the route off. Now I'm going to see if it will allow me to turn it away. Okay, here we go again.
I think so much is done by all these groups and gangs, and yes, that does take place in a lot of areas. But man, it's overwhelming when you think how much is done by families, by friends, by those in the trusted circle, and especially when we talk about the fight against child exploitation and child sexual abuse. It's off the charts of what is being done in the families. And you know, it's the, I don't know if I would say most disappointing, but maybe one of the most heartbreaking is, do you know the number one offender? Biological fathers. And it's not going to make your day. I brought a map to it.
So listen, guys, I told you, it's going to strike your soul. When you hear the number one offender on U.S. soil is biological fathers who exploit their children. Biological fathers. And you would think that it would be somebody else. But their own parent who have made that child is the very person who exploit them. That got to be one of the most sickest, evilest, demonic things on the face of the earth. To feel you got to hurt your own child to gain what? You know, it's almost like hell have a special place for you because you're harming a child, an innocent child, that you're taking their innocence away for what? And as a father himself who have a toddler, you know, I can't stand when she hurt herself, man. It do something to my insides when she get a bruise on her elbow, let alone knowing that, you know, somebody is exploiting her for whatever reason, man. I just, I thank God that, you know, He gave me a conscience of peace and you know, a conscience of, man, just here. Let's hear the video. Share with you this.
Okay, the map that he shared with the guy will blow your mind because the map got the whole United States covered, almost covered. You see what I'm saying? Now, let me ask you, did you, no, it's someone else. The thing about it is, I'm hoping that even if you didn't see it, were you able to hear it? Give me a thumbs up if you were able to fully hear it. You might not have seen it, but were you able to hear it? And so I could, wait a minute. Were you able to hear it? Even though you couldn't see it, were you able to hear it? Give me a thumbs up. All I need is one thumbs up. That's all I need. It's one. If you were able to hear it, okay? Because there you go. Thank you. Because that's what it was about. It was about hearing two men, a melanated and a European. And all they saying is what they said. The face of this earth. They called it out for what it was. Okay? So that right there tells me, is that not like the days of Noah? But what happened in the days of Noah? The whole world world who goes under the standards and read the King James Bible, the 1611, had it wrong all the time. Just as in the garden regarding Eve, Men stole her purpose on the earth. And the only way they could do it is to make her the enemy. And they did a hell of a job, even to this day. They have gotten away with it even to the 2026. Now, I'm going to do this one more time so you can hear it. Because it ain't so much to see. I want you to hear them quote. This is the problem I have. All I want you to do is to hear. Okay? And I'm not talking about the spiritual ear. So you can kick that to the curb. I'm talking about the natural ear. Match Genesis chapter 1. Now, Genesis chapter 6, verse 1. Genesis chapter 6, verse 1. I'm going to play it again, and I want you to hear it, and then go to Genesis chapter 6 and verse 1, and you're going to match them. They like two pair of shoes. Like one pair of shoes. One is on the left and one is on the right. Back then, 2026, these men is matching the pair. The pair of what? Why he destroyed the world. Why he destroyed the world. And what is it saying? This is why over in Iran, they marrying and take in the Middle East, mess with these little girls. Over in Africa, mess with these little girls. And then the elites, they over there having babies and taking babies and having babies over babies, using female to have babies and putting things in them to have these all type of, they didn't hit me, y'all. They got me now. They got me now, y'all. They said this message is held for review. Oh, they got me now. They posting on me already. See what I'm saying, y'all? Now, do you think that they're telling people who got 100,000 subscribers, 100,000 likes, you think they over on their page bothering them? No. Why? Because they're not telling what? Truth. So you can take your stupid tails on over there and entertain these people. They're not telling no truth. I know it might feel good what they said. It might appear to be good what they said, and it might feel good to you what they said. But the truth of the whole matter, guess what? They are not going to put signs on their page telling them and warning them. Y'all can't see it, but I'm looking dead at it. They sending me signs saying the message is held for review. You know why? I'm telling y'all the lie that never been told on the face of the earth, the truth that has never been told on the earth. It put it up there like it did before when I was telling you how they stole Eve's identity. It put it up on that video 3 or 4 times. Now they got it on this video again when I spoke of Eve. You see? And I'm speaking again, wanting you to hear this video again and see, don't it match identical to Genesis chapter 6 and verse 1? That is what was hidden all these thousands of years. The men had hid it. That's why they dropped down to the fallen angels and dropped down to the giants, and the women marrying the giants, because they hid what it was all about. It was always the men, y'all. I told you those were babies that they were selling for sex trafficking and all kind of abomination. And nobody wants to hear it. So yeah, they can key up another sign. This message is for review. I don't give a rat's behind. Review it in and review it out. It ain't going to change the truth of the whole matter. Now, I'm not going to even allow you all to look at the video. It's about hearing. Okay. And this here to me is deep because it's a European and it's melanated. Here we go.
This is over the last 30 days. Every red dot on that map full. And as I mentioned earlier, you think so much is done by all these groups and gangs, and yes, that does take place in a lot of areas. But man, it's overwhelming when you think how much is done by families, by friends, by those in the trusted circle, and especially when we talk about the fight against child exploitation and child sexual abuse. It's off the charts of what is being done in the families. And you know, it's the, I wouldn't say most disappointing, but maybe one of the most heartbreaking is, do you know the number one offender? Biological fathers. And it's not going to make your day. I brought a map to it.
So listen, guys, I told you, it's going to shock your soul. When you hear the number one offender on U.S. soil is biological fathers who exploit their children. Biological fathers. And you would think that it would be somebody else. But their own parent who had made that child is the very person who exploit them. That got to be one of the most sickest, evilest, demonic things on the face of the earth. To feel you gotta hurt your own child to gain what? You know, it's almost like hell have a special place for you.
That's it. They said exactly now what is actually. Remember, I will tell you, he said, Deborah, bring light out of the midst of darkness. In the end days, that which was, and is in the dark shall come to the light in the last days. And this is what I'm speaking on. This is the sort of stuff that's been hidden for so long, you know, and still yet I'm on top of the mountain giving this light and speaking this light that has been in the darkness. And guess what? It's not meant for to make a difference in this world. Why? Because they've been doing it for so long. How long have they been doing this, Deborah? That's why he in the last world. And here they repeating it again, and this world can't even see it. If you don't see something wrong with that, something wrong with you. So just listening to this here, I saw it on the video, and it really done something to me, and it made me realize this is it, ain't it, Father? This is it. Days like the days of Noah. We are in that fullness of Noah, not the beginning of Noah. We're in that fullness where he said every imagination and thought was wicked and evil. No one ever digested that. Why? Because they so busy looking at the fallen angels and the giants. They fail to realize who is he talking about when he said, and every thought of a man was evil and wicked continually. He's going back up to verse 1 to explain that their minds were wicked and evil continually. So what we do, we ride on the fallen angels and the giants was in that day. This is how they were able to deceive you all at the highest, so that you wouldn't understand even what they're doing this very day. And guess what? 99.15 trillion have missed it. You see how I can say that you get this book and you have not the spirit and truth to open this book up in you. You just got this book, reading it, thinking you comprehending something, and you got it. I know it. You don't know nothing until that Ruach HaKodesh step in there and teach you what this book is hiding. 99.15 trillion wouldn't even identify that MEN, the masculine, stole the feminine, even to the point of acting and portraying her role. And you wonder why Solomon and Gomorrah exist. You wondering how the book of Judge, them men that were there that was homosexual, how did they exist? And then you come in today and say, oh, these homosexuals, these gays, sit your tails down. This was in the beginning that you missed. So hiding the rats behind, you're going to try to justify today to be something when you fail to realize what it was. See, that's why I tell y'all, every individuals on these devil platform is teaching you what is, because they don't know what was. But you're eating it up like 4 meal deals, like you're really getting something in your flesh. You are. You're getting what you need in your flesh. But I can guarantee you, your spirit is already dead. Whenever you decide that it's more important that you feed your flesh, what these people are teaching on these devil platforms is more important than to feed your spirit, you out of there already, baby. In the eyes of the Most High Yah, you are out already. He letting and allowing them to give you what you need, because you need that in your flesh, so that your flesh continue to walk to and fro in darkness and have only the darkness understanding within you. He allowing it. I was sitting back watching how many times give in. I said to the Father, hold up, wait a minute. We in Revelation. What you doing up in here? Give in, give in, give in. I'm like, wait a minute, what are you giving? You giving away gifts? You giving away power? You giving away authority? Yes, he is. Pull it up in Revelation chapter 13 and all these giving. Hold up. What are you giving? And you know why he's giving? Because that's who he is. See, y'all thought it was love. Just like this word life, you turn it backwards, it's the same meaning when it says life as it is backwards, evil. So you can't take one word that they switch backwards for you to say and thinking you can apply it whenever you want to. No, you ain't. You still saying evil, because that's what life represents. That's what love represents. See, y'all bent up and down and all around and won't find your way, because the way is founded in the mysteries of those that he has sent in its end days to speak the mystery, to bring the light out of the midst of darkness. This is how long overdue you would think. But guess what? The Father said it ain't overdue. They not due spirit and truth. They not due to know the truth of the whole matter. I sit back and just feel myself being an individual who teaching these people the light, and you be the first one they ridicule. You be the first one they prosecute. Don't say something out of line. Don't say something that hurts a feeling or emotion. You be the wrong one. And everything I'm speaking out of my mouth is the light, whether you like it or not. I speak the light, not the like. The light, not the like. The light and not the light. Like. You want me to roll over in like so you can like me? I don't speak that language. I speak the light. Okay? So I wanted you to show you all that so you could hear that out of the males. It was a melanated man and a European man. The European man was very, very, very emotional. And I really felt him. I felt him, and he don't know that I was able to discern his hurt was coming from a place that says it's nothing we can do about it. Nothing. And this is why these men are doing these things to these women. They've been taken from women, as they say, the Europeans been taken from them in the Jew, in Israel, or even in Judah. You still haven't found truth. These men are getting together, having their own camp and teaching these men, and they still don't have no truth. I told y'all, they don't have no truth at all. How can someone teach a book and don't have spirit and truth? They can. The Father allowed them to. It is given to them to be able. All those books that they said it was taken out of here, it wouldn't even help them if it was in here. Why? Because they still don't have spirit and truth. You see, it don't mean nothing because you read Enoch, first book, second book, back, front, back. It don't mean nothing because you read all the lost books that they taken out of here. It don't mean nothing about you reading all the books. You still reading what man has given you. You haven't read your spirit and how Yah teaches you from your spirit. You ain't read that because he ain't in you. And I think that's it. That's it. People don't have the Ruach in them. This is why they conduct themselves the way that they conduct themselves. They say, since he ain't in me, it ain't nothing wrong with faking it to see if I can make it. I'm gonna go that route. And that's what people do. They fake it until they think they gonna make it. And they don't care what the end gonna be like. They don't care what the eternal gonna be like. Because why would somebody care when they sit and keep teaching the deception and the lies? Because the Holy Spirit ain't in them. Why is it people falling for all of that? Because they are the dark seed. You see, they are the dark seed. They're supposed to fall. I get up in Revelation the other day and doing the Sabbath, and I'm waiting for the Father to give me a message, give me something out of here. And I keep running up on this, and it was given. I said, how is it that all that's being given to them? The dragon and all of that. And here you are giving people spirit and truth in the light today, Father, through your servant. And they still can't grip it. You see, it's the same as it was even with the Messiah. They will hate you. The very one that will listen to you will hate you at the same time. Why? Because you tell the truth. That's what they hate. It ain't you, even though they may justify the way you say it, the way you speak it, the way you teach it, the way you do it. But they hate that which is in you. This is why. So Sister Deborah, I hope you got something out of it, because guess what? This is it. This is it. And I got in trouble because he told me, now see, now they talking to here. What time period is this, Deborah? I said, we in that day. What are these men talking about? And who are they? A melanated man and a European man, both of them, showing you, both of them telling you. What are they telling you? They telling me exactly really what I've been teaching about the days of Noah in Genesis 6 and verse 1. When you bypass Genesis 6 and verse 1, you missed the whole purpose. Nope, you can't do the giants. You can't do the fallen angels. You got to stick with the wicked, which is the men, and what they were doing that was wicked to their daughters. And then you get two men today of different nation telling you ain't nothing greater and wicked in the world that can override what the men are doing to their children. Same thing. I told you they don't have no, it's just something about men today. They don't have what they should have about their children. What do you want them to have, Deborah? Bro, that's your seed. That's your sperm, bro. What do you mean? You think your sperm was just supposed to have, you and your sperm just supposed to have a good time, and that's it. That's the beginning of it and the end of it right there. A good time, a good feeling, a quickie. Yep, that's what they think. That's the way they feel. That's why they can't feel or have no connection with their sperm. And every verse in there telling the man to do right by their sperm, which is their children. Train them up in the way they should go. Women thinking he talking to them. No, he ain't talking to you. Shut your mouth. Sit your tail down. That's why he can't play a role in what he need to be doing, because the women taking the role and running with it. And they going to suffer from it. I'm a living witness. The role that the men do not do don't mean you wake up and be the man and the woman in those children's lives. 99 point trillion women does. They do be both sides. All because of what? Let me show you how evil the women have been. All because they want the men to have their way. You do what you want to do. You know, I take care of this. No. It ain't like they really working to bring the bread. You doing the work too. You see, you bringing all of yourself to the table. He only have to bring portion, because the women want to take all of it and bring it themselves and do everything. I used to think that, it's like you had no other choice. I mean, they don't do it. They don't act like they know how. They don't know what and which. So you just do it. Did I go to baseball game? Did I play softball, baseball with them, basketball, run track, wrestling? I did it all. Oh, yeah. But did any of them, Daddy, participate in any time? None whatsoever. You get what I'm saying? You see how wrong we as women, we take in the spot which we say they are lacking. We assign them up. I signed mine up in gymnastics, track, soccer, football, baseball, everything there was. Oh, let me tell you, shows will come. Their mama taking children to the shows, to the little things at the Kiel Auditorium or stuff like that, where they might have different characters playing role. Always, my oldest son, the Harlem Gold Trotters. Hey, he went to so many of those because I always made sure every year they come in town. Come on, let's go. That was me, y'all. So when I talk big. Y'all talk trash. I speak testimonies. I speak the mystery of the Most High Yah. I speak the word of the Father. I speak spirit and truth with the light in my right hand. All that crap y'all caught up in, you stay in it. You need to be right where you at. Because what I'm looking at, and I'm hearing these men, the Father had to check me. He said, see, stick with your first choice. What he's saying is you knew it. You taught it. You preached it. You can go back to your videos and you preached it exactly the way these men are saying that the reality of what's going on today. It's just that you preached it, you taught it, you ministered it, you got off of it. But let me show you that you were always speaking spirit and truth all the time. And that's what the Father beyond me about. You always speak in spirit and truth, even when you have to bring them into a parable form. You always bring in spirit and truth to these people. And it's a sad thing. It's a very sad thing, because you're talking to too many brick walls. You're talking to people who don't take nothing you say to the spirit realm and ask the spirit of the Most High Yah, can you take it from here, Father Yah? Like my mother did when I kept telling her, get rid of the car, get rid. Oh, she didn't listen to me for 3 months. One night she asked the Father, what is she saying? What is she saying? Because I told her that was your last chance. That was your last chance. And she said she went into prayer and asked the Father, what is she saying? And he told her, go. And it was 3 a.m. I think he was like 3 a.m. He said, go outside. She went outside, not outside, up in her bedroom by the window. She said she went out there and she got up and looked out the window because the spirit was telling her, woke her up that night. She didn't get her answer from him, but he woke her up that night and told her, look out the window. So you want to ask my servant what I'm saying, and you come to me asking me what she said what I told her to say. If you don't like it, that's on you. Get up and look outside. She said she got up at 3 in the morning and that car was gone. And you know what I said? Praise the Most High Yah. Praise the Most High Yah. You want to ask the Father what I'm saying? Mess with me if you want to. You're going to find it out. I appreciate each and every last one of you all in the live. But I must get out of here. Shalom and shalom. I'll be back.